Hey, good evening, everybody. I know this is Taco Tuesday, but guess what? I'm not going to show you tacos. This is Anne. I'm coming to you from my kitchen. This is very impromptu. I wasn't going to go live tonight, but I looked ahead at my week and realized that it's kind of crazy and we might not get our Friday night live in with some things we want to do. So the next 2 or 3 week schedule might be a little bit different than my regular schedule. We'll just put it that way. But I knew what I was going to make for dinner tonight. We are actually having breakfast for dinner. So I thought I might as well pop on here and show you guys some of the things I'm doing and give you the 2 recipes in case you want to do breakfast for dinner one of these next nights coming up. Just makes it a lot of fun. Plus there's a lot of virtual parties going on right now. So for all of you in the parties, I think it's really fun to actually get to see some things in action. So here we go. So what I'm doing tonight for our breakfast for dinner, I'm making 2 things. I'm doing a traditional ring, old-fashioned ring, but we're making it breakfast style. So this is the big glazed white stone. And as you can see, I've used just 2 tubes of crescent rolls, popped them out into the triangular pieces, laid them out into the shape of a fan, and then I am going to put the toppings on. So far I've just got some shredded Monterey Jack cheese, and then I've made a filling. So the filling I've got made, I did in my favorite 10-inch nonstick skillet. And this has the web coating, and you can see I browned some sausage, added some mushrooms and some seasonings. I also took 6 eggs and beat up the eggs and added some salt and pepper to them, and then some green onions, so I think you can see it. And the beauty of this pan, remember you get that nice searing bottom, and I used the famous mix and chop in one of the classic scrapers. So I'm going to fill that, and I'll show you that in just a second. But in the meantime, the other thing that we're having is just the quick air fryer donuts. And you guys, I can't tell you how much we love the air fryer. I'll post some pictures later of some things that we've done recently, but like making the whole meal in the air fryer, like things like chicken parmesan, plus the roasted vegetables all at once, individual pizzas, homemade chicken tenders that took like 6 minutes. I love this thing. So sitting behind me, this is the air fryer. I have the door open, which that's one of the reasons, and I'm going to try to move this a little bit. That's one of the reasons our air fryer gets a lot of love, is because it's a door. And then there are 6 settings on here. So you can pick to rotisserie, you can reheat, you can dehydrate, you can bake, you can roast, or you can air fry. And so I am super excited to show you this. There's 2 trays. So you can also use the bottom tray for roasting things like vegetables. But I just laid out a can of biscuits, literally the 99-cent biscuits that you can buy. And I'm gonna use, this is actually our old apple core that, I'm sorry to tell you, isn't in our line right now, but you guys get yourself a good core. And I'm excited to tell you that we have a new core that will be coming out this fall, okay? So I just take this, go into the middle of the biscuit. See, it takes the hole out for me, drops the center. We'll make little donut holes with these. But I am going to just take out one of the trays, and I am going to, I'll just put 4 on here to show you guys how this works, and it'll be quicker. I'm gonna pop them on, just put them on a tray, and then I'm just gonna pick the air fry setting. So I'm putting them right in the air fryer, shutting the door, hitting air fry setting. It defaults to 25 minutes. You go wherever you want. Whoops, sorry, air fry. I'm gonna take it all the way down to 4 minutes and hit start and let that start cooking the donuts for us that are actually made out of biscuits. They're cinnamon and sugar donuts. And then if you can see right here in our coating trays, I melted butter and I have cinnamon and sugar. So when they come out and they're hot, I'll show you what we're gonna do. But back to the ring, I think I can scoot it in here a little bit. I use the large scoop because this is just a great portion control. So I'm just gonna take kind of a scant scoop. I don't know if I remembered to tell you, but I put some mushrooms in our filling tonight. You put whatever you want in it, as far as the things you would put inside of an omelet is what's great to put in here for a breakfast ring. And so I'm just using the scoop to help me guide it on top of here. As you can see, I'm not perfect with it. I'm not worried about it kind of falling off. But you want to use all the filling. So as I'm working my way around this ring, this is one of the classics, you guys. If you're barbecuing this summer and you have leftover, like say, shredded pork, you can make a fantastic barbecue ring, or leftover barbecued chicken. Our taco ring is like famous. So is the chicken and broccoli one. And so really let your filling ideas, you know, go as far as you want them to go. And then I have the oven set at 375. And then these crescent rolls are on a baking stone because I absolutely love the results you get. You'll get that nice flaky crust that will be evenly done everywhere. On the bottom and the top the same. And then just a little cooking tip, if you're working with crescent rolls and you're doing something like this pizza stone, as you can see, I'm really putting a lot of filling in here. And this was just a pound of sausage, 6 eggs, salt, pepper, onion, mushrooms. Give me a second to grab a towel here. That air fryer beeping told you it's half done. It was at the 2-minute mark. And so I don't do this for very many other recipes, but I love these little grips. Take them out, and they recommend, since this is dough right on the grates, they recommend that you actually turn these over at the 2-minute mark. Really not sure why, but I'm following the instructions. And then let them cook for another 2 minutes. And I haven't bought this brand of biscuits, so we'll see if it's actually done in 4 minutes tonight. We might need another minute or something. But let me get my last scoop of filling on here. And back to my tip of working with crescent rolls. When you know you're going to make a ring like this, and you're gonna have a lot of filling, you wanna take your crescent rolls out of the refrigerator like a half hour or so before you're using this, because you want to be able to pull and get this to stretch a little bit. So pull up all these tails of the crescent rolls, and as you can see, I'm just pulling them up so far. I'm not doing the tucking yet. So pull them up all the way around. And I see Lori asking me a question, could I use the round grilling stone to make this? Absolutely, Lori. You may use the Rock Crock grill stone. Perfect product for this as well. You actually could maybe even do this on a grill if you are doing it like on a Traeger or a Big Green Egg where you can get indirect heat. I've never done crescent rolls on the grill, but why not? Try it anyway. But I'm going to just tuck this in the oven, and it bakes for about 20 minutes. So I'll just show you a couple more things here. I want to get all my filling tucked in there if I can. So I've put all the edges, I've pulled it up, and then just take and tuck it. So you're kind of sealing the center. And I'm never going to claim to be the perfect chef, okay? But I do like all the tips. And so it's going to look something like this before we put it in the oven, and then it'll bake for about 20 minutes. And then I just cut it. Don't cut it in the crescent roll. That just makes it more difficult. Cut it in the open spaces to serve. And depending on how you normally like omelets, lots of times people like to serve this with salsa or sour cream if you're that type of an omelet eater. And now the air fryer stopped, so we're going to peek at these. You know what? I'm going to go 1 more minute. I just think that 1 more minute will be better. So go back to the air fry setting, crank it all the way down to a minute. And while that's doing that, I'll tell you a couple other things. You get a basket and you get a rotisserie stick with the air fryer, so you can actually rotisserie your whole chicken. A 4-pound chicken fits in it really nicely. So feel free to do that as well. And then I'm really excited to tell you that in the fall, we're adding another accessory. and that will come out September 1st, so we can talk about it then. But the air fryer continues to be one of our absolute best sellers, so we continue to offer it to our hosts only yet. Because we just couldn't keep them in stock. And so the month of August, you guys, if you've wanted one or been thinking about it, in August you can get the air fryer. Instead of paying the full price, you can get the air fryer at 60% off. So even if you just want it for the convenience foods, my family thinks tater tots are fantastic in it. I love to reheat in it. So it does give you a lot of flexibility that way too. But being able to make the whole meal at once or do a rotisserie chicken in 50 minutes, it's pretty amazing. So, okay, I'm gonna take this out. And by the way, the door does come off of the air fryer with an easy clip, so you can pop that door off to wash it. And then I have the butter and cinnamon and sugar here. And you just take these hot biscuits, believe it or not, and roll it around in the melted butter. And then you roll it around, I'm just looking for a spot to set that. Roll it around in the biscuit. And I just call these the inexpensive poor man's donut. And so instead of Taco Tuesday, if you were here, I would be serving you breakfast ring and air fried donuts. So I wonder what's for dinner at your house. So it'd be really fun if you guys would put in here how many of you are having Taco Tuesday. Or how many of you are going out to eat or getting carry out. Put those in the comments. It makes my lives a lot more fun. And we weren't organized enough to figure out a cocktail for tonight to do that because I wasn't gonna go live. This was pretty impromptu. So we'll try to pop in live later in the week with a cocktail tip for you or a beverage tip too. So have a great Tuesday though, and give these recipes a try. Super easy. And again, I'll post the finished pictures in the comments. Thanks guys, see ya.